What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. In today's video, we are talking about what people are calling the sleeper set so far out of the Scarlet and Violet era. Of course, it's Paldea Evolved. It's been out for a few months now. There's some great cards to it, and the market is actually holding its own quite nicely. So we're going to take a look at all the cards worth $10 or more. But before we get into the data, I have a giveaway going on this week. I'm giving away 4 more packs of Scarlet and Violet 151, the newest set, which is so much fun. I am not bored of it at all. So if you want to be entered to win that giveaway, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel with bell notifications on. Hit the like button, leave a comment letting me know your favorite card out of Paldea Evolved, and let's get to the data. Okay, so like I said in the intro, we're talking about all the cards that are worth $10 and up out of Paldea Evolved. So Sprigatito just making the list at $10.01. It's actually increased 5.3% over the last 3 months. That's how long the graphs are for in this presentation. Everything is the last 3 months. Next up, we have the Mousehold. $8.68 is where it started, and then up to $10.08. I'd suspect that middle peak right there to $12.87 was one of those like a sale that is worth more than the card actually is, which spikes the graph for a quick second before leveling back out. But anyways, overall, the last 3 months, this card up 16.1%. Next, we have our first special illustration rare that we're talking about today, the Ting Lu EX, down 14.2% to $10.12. So not a crazy popular card. Honestly, the Ting Lu, like, I just don't get it. What is it? It's kind of like a dinosaur, but like a tree or like stone, or I don't know. I don't really get it. Next up, we got the Chien Pao EX Gold card. This Pokemon, I think, is really, really cool, but this card not doing that great, down 23.8%, started at $13.43, now down to $10.23. Then we have one of the evolution lines, the starter, Fuecoco, and it went up, hit a high of $13.98, but now it's back basically right where it started at $10.56. But still, pretty good value for some of these starters like the Sprigatito and the Fuecoco, both a $10 card. Not too bad at all. Then we have the gold hyper rare basic water energy, and not a lot of movement here. Started at $10.22 up to $10.90. It's actually spiked here a couple weeks ago to $14.11, but has come back down. Hey, before we carry on, I just wanted to let you know that I've started doing live streams on the Poke Office every second Friday, where we rip into packs, hang out together, and have a lot of fun. Last time, I actually just opened up a God pack out of 151. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And if you join the YouTube membership, you get access to the discount codes. So I'm basically selling you product for as cheap as I possibly can. I don't make any money off of it. It's just me having the product ready to rip and ship to you. So you can join the YouTube membership. The link is down below in the description. Next up, we got the Squawkabilly EX, one of my favorite cards out of the set, actually. I think the artwork is spectacular, but it has never been like a really expensive card. I think at pre-release, this one was like in that $15 to $18 range. Now it's down to $11.37, so 11.7% drop over the last 3 months. Then we have another really cool artwork card, the Baxcalibur, and this one's actually doing quite well. Started at $11.10 and has gone up 17.5% over the last 3 months, currently sitting at $13.04. Then we have one of the evolution lines, the final evolution of the Sprigatito line, the Meowscarada EX, holding its own kind of. It's down 19.3% to $13.45, but still a card that is really cool. This is actually the first special illustration rare card that I pulled out of Paldea Evolved. The artwork is spectacular and looks like it's kind of on a downward trend a little bit, but I would expect this one to stay in that like $10 to $15 range moving forward. That's my personal opinion. Okay, next up, we got the Boss's Orders card, the special illustration rare version of it, and literally started and ended at the exact same monetary value, $13.87. So it hit a low of $13.36, a high of $14.70. So really, this one seems like it's quite firmly planted at that $13 to $14 mark. Next, we got the Grusha. I love this card. One of the best artworks of the set, in my opinion. Started at $18.74. Now it's down 25.5% to $13.96. That's a card that has dropped one of the most, or like the biggest percentage drop over the last 3 months out of this set. Next, we got the Skeledirge EX. This is another special illustration rare of the evolution lines. This one not doing bad at all. It's down 3.4%, but currently sitting at $14.40. Another one where I'd expect this one to stay in that $10 to $15 mark moving forward. It's part of that evolution line. Fuecoco is, I think, the most popular starter out of Paldea. So Skeledirge is going to do quite well, in my opinion. Next, we got the Gold Super Rod. This one has always done quite well. It must be a playable card in the TCG. Up 7.9%, started at $13.60, and now it's at $14.68. Okay, we got Tinkaton EX, another special illustration rare, and it looks like a big drop on the graph, but it's actually only $1.50. So it started at $16.63, hit a high of $18.54, and now down to $15.13, a 9% drop. Next, we have the Dendra card. This one is good for the waifu collectors. Started at $21.11, actually down quite a bit, 24.7%. Drop to $15.89. Then maybe my favorite artwork out of the set. It's absolutely gorgeous, especially in person. Like the yellow and the orange really shines through when you're looking at it with your own eyes instead of on a screen. The Chi-Yu EX, downward trend all 3 months here. It started at $20.44. Now it's down to $17.78. Then we have the Raichu, which has actually done quite nicely. Another really cool card that looks awesome in person. Started at $18.34 before hitting the low $15.26, and then it's just been trending up ever since about the middle of July. Currently sitting at $20.19, up 10.1%. Couple more cards to talk about. We got the Tyranitar. This one reminds me of Godzilla, and I think it reminds everyone of Godzilla, and hence the popularity. It is an awesome card, and it's up 80 cents overall over the last 3 months. Started at $22.08. Now it's at $22.88, which is a 3.6% increase. Then we have another special illustration rare, the Qian Pao EX, another beautiful artwork card, and not a crazy amount of movement. It's down 10.1%, started at $30.19, now down to $27.13. Then 3 more cards left. We have the Iono. This is just the ultra rare version, and not a ton of movement at all. It's kind of firmly planted at that $39 to $40 mark, currently sitting at $40.11. Here's one of the biggest cards people are talking about still out of Paldea Evolved, the Magikarp illustration rare. I just showed you on Wednesday that mine got graded as a PSA 10, which is absolutely amazing. Can't believe it. The population report from PSA is still under 100 on this card for the PSA 10, which is crazy. But even raw started at $50.38. Now it's up to $55.27 over the last 3 months, a 9.7% increase. This card pre-release was less than $20. Then right after pre-release, it spiked to $80, and now it went back down to like 25 or 30, and now it's just been slowly climbing. People seem to love this card, and I don't know if it's just too early to have a bunch of population of PSA 10, or if it's just a really hard card to grade as a PSA 10. Not sure, but this one is an absolute gem. And last but not least, we have the Iono, special illustration rare, another beautiful card that's very popular in the TCG as well, which is one of the reasons why it's holding its value. Started at $107.32, been slowly trending down, currently at $98.89. This is another one that I just got returned from PSA that got the Gem Mint 10, which is an absolute beauty. Though I have never pulled this one myself. I pulled the ultra rare version of it. I pulled the Magikarp. Still have yet to pull the special illustration rare Iono myself. I bought it instead, or I actually traded for it. So we're going to open 10 packs of Paldea Evolved. I'll flip the screen around, see if we can pull this Iono. All right, so let me know what you think. I think lots of people have been talking about Paldea Evolved as the sleeper set. There's tons of cool cards in it. You got the evolution lines of the starter Pokemon out of Paldea, or Paldea, or however you say it. And then you got the Tinglu, you got the Qian Pao, you got the Chi-Yu. There's some really, really cool cards. Of course, you have the Iono card, the Magikarp, the Tyranitar, the Raichu. Like, there's a huge list of cards. You can actually pull a lot of value out of these Paldea Evolved packs. So that's what we're going to try and do. And I still, like, there's something about it. I love being able to say that, yes, I pulled that card myself. Like, I don't like buying cards. That's just not my thing. So we got to try and pull it. I've pulled the ultra rare Iono. I've pulled the Magikarp, thankfully, which was amazing. And I don't know. There's still lots of cards that I haven't pulled myself out of Paldea Evolved. Feels like it's been a while since I opened it as well, so always a good time. It's a set that I think is actually going to be like middle to middle high tier when Scarlet and Violet is all said and done. Nothing out of 2 packs so far. I thought we had something in that one. I was getting a little bit excited. Also crazy, way off topic, but I'm wearing a hoodie. It's getting colder where I live. Obviously, if you don't know, I live in Canada, so winter is coming. Definitely not summertime anymore. And where I live is actually like a bit of a desert, so it gets really hot in the summertime, really cold in the wintertime. So there you go. Not really looking forward to it, but I mean, it just gives me an excuse to spend more time inside making Pokemon content. I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, why are you not posting on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff? So that's what I'm going to be trying to spend a little bit more time doing as well. And then, ooh, ice cold so far. I don't know. I've told you on the channel before, for the regular watchers, my goal, a lofty one, was to reach 7,500 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's still my goal, and gotta just keep pushing for it. Thank you all so much for your support. It really, really means a lot to me. Dunsparce. Dunsparce? I don't know how to say that one. It's a pretty cool card, actually. The artwork is actually really, really awesome. Pikachu EX. All right, double banger pack for our first hits of the video. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Also crazy, next week is my 1-year anniversary of my first ever YouTube video. So it's crazy to see how far I've come. Like, it's actually amazing how much more confident I am on camera, because honestly, it's a bit of a learning curve. Like, talking to a camera, you're not here right now. Like, I'm pre-recording this, then editing it, and then it goes out for you to watch. So it's weird, like, it's not a two-way conversation. It's just me talking at you for usually 20 to 25 minutes is my average length of video. So that took a little bit of time, but definitely getting better at it, because I mean, I don't love editing, so I try and do it all without, like, with as little edits as possible. Chi-Yu. All right, another EX. Nothing too crazy going on yet, but there's still 3 or 4 packs left. 3 packs left. 3 packs left. Not too bad. What do you guys think about Paldea Evolved? Is it a set that you're holding on to? Definitely one of the ones that I think, and I've talked about it on my recent investing videos, where I think holding on to some booster boxes of this one, it wasn't like overly printed, which is working for it, and it's got a lot of value to it. It's got a lot of cards that are worth $10 or more, and I just think, like, it's a fun set to open. The pull rates are good for the most part. Speaking of pull rates, 151 seems way harder pull rates than Scarlet and Violet has shown so far. So it feels like they're still kind of playing with the numbers. I personally prefer 151 pull rates. Like, I prefer hard pull rates, because when I pull something huge, I want it to feel absolutely amazing. And that comes with the risk of me having times where I pull 10 packs and get absolutely nothing. But I'm okay with it, because the times where you do get something is really, really fun. This is the last card. It hasn't been a great video, but like I was just saying, it is what it is. And when you do pull something, wowza. Here it is, 3, 2, 1. Spiritomb. Spiritomb, not a favorite of mine by any means. Here's what we got: the Chi-Yu EX, the Pikachu EX, and the Dunsparce. This is actually, the artwork is really, really cool. I like it. All right, that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. My name is Colin. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until my next one, peace!